Hello, this is my second episode on brainstorming about any RPG game. In previous episode, I went on about some of the aspects that you may need in the game, and I said that if you are going to have a professional studio, the minimum number that you need to pay is at least $5,000. But you may say, hey, I don't want to pay at all. What should I do? Then I would say, learn Blender. Yeah, then you can make models, then you can texture those models with GIMP, and then you can animate those models all in Blender, and then import them in Unity. So this episode, I want to start brainstorming about RPG game mechanics. You may not know it, or you may know it. Dungeons and Dragons (D&D) was very first RPG game out there, even before any computer was established in homes. People would sit around the table, and there was one dungeon master and others were players. They would play on a grid paper with some papers full of details, etc., etc., etc. So I think uh, Dungeons and Dragons is a very good starting base, and it's no, not there. It covers most of the mechanics that you need. It covers most of the rules. Uh, Gives a good starting point on RPG. So if you are not familiar with D&D, by all means find a book about it, especially the Dungeon Master book. And read it, because then you'll see that what I'm speaking about now in this brainstorming came directly from that Dungeon Master book. Now, leaving that aside, in any RPG, there are some basics. One of them is characters. Now, each character has a race and a gender, has some attributes, has some skills, and has some vitals. Without these three, RPG is not meaning at all. On top of that, let me call it basics. All of these, no, I can't do it like that. Okay, come on into this. Okay, on top of basics, there are some other things. One of them, nah, I've done it again. One of them is types. It's different from races and gender. Types means that we are player, or we are NPC, or we are enemy. Now you may think enemies won't need attribute or skills, or at least they need vitals, but skills and attributes, they don't need it, but I think they need it, believe it or not. So race and gender, and these, come on, 3. Vital can go there too. skills, attributes. Okay, you may want to add these two to your enemy and NPC, or you may want to just give these two to your players. But by adding them to your NPC and your enemy, you will have the option of changing any NPC to possible future enemy or possible future co-player, or even an enemy to an NPC or a player, because then you have all the ground basics there. Another thing beside the type, come on, okay, is some systems that are out there in any RPG game. One of them, combat system. Another, quests. It would be nice to have shopping system. Yep. Okay, and what else? On top of my mind, I don't see anything else, and these are not related to players, these are related to you. Yeah. Okay. So, combat system can be melee combat, can be ranged combat, can be magical combat. Quests. Well, let's go for shopping because it's easier. Either you buy things or you sell things. That's it. Quests is a bit vast and uncategorized when it comes to different games, but in the core we have few types. One, go and be there. For example, go to that city and pass some time in that city and then come back. The next one, go collect things. For example, collect 3 green gems for me, or some ingredients. The next one, go kill someone or something. Then go and speak with someone. This is one of the most used way. Go speak with someone for storytelling in the game. What else? I don't think anything on top of my head. I will add if I find anything else. But that's the core of the RPG game mechanic. Now, when it comes to vitals, one of the things that we have is health. Sometimes we have something called mana. What else? What else? What else? Sometimes energy. And I got these 3 from Peter's Hacken/RPG. Gender is male and female. Now, for race, we sure has a human in most of the RPG games, but the others comes from your story. Any aliens race that you want to add them, for example, goblins or dwarfs, or you may not have them, but you have Aztecs. Who knows? It depends on your story completely. Skills. Well, Peter had done something wrong in his series and had put offense and defense attributes in here as a skills, but in my opinion it goes into combat directly. Skills can be different things, you know. If you look at the D&D, then you will have some different skills that will help you do some stuff or be aware of some stuff in the game depending on your skill level. I will take a note on that from the book and add something to these two in later episodes. But melee has, of course, offense and defense when we are combating. Range is only offense. You never use an arrow to defend yourself. Magic is offense and again defense, but there is something more here, and that is buffing. For example, when you heal yourself, when you make yourself faster, stuff like that. And then for shopping, oh, I've done it again. For shopping, each item has a value or price. Again, each item has a rarity. So, for example, you can find, I don't know, 20 common items, then sell them, and then buy one uncommon item with the price you get. Or you may want some shops to only have rare items, and those shops are really rare in your game. That depends on what you want to do with your game, you know. But the base is this. Now, quest. When you are saying go to be somewhere for a previously defined amount of time, when you go for collecting things, we have item count to keep track of. Kill someone, target's health is our tracking item, and speak with someone, then you're just tracking the dialogues spoken. I have something about magic. I was thinking about it, to how can I categorize it? Two different stories came into my mind: Naruto and, of course, Harry Potter. Now, in Naruto, things are categorized very well. We have five type of different combat systems. One of them is ninjutsu. Jutsu, that is using something called chakra. It's most of the time ranged base. Another thing is genjutsu, and What it means is that you play trick on target's mind, causing it to see stuff or things like that. And again, most of the time it's ranged based. Another thing that is really not magic is taijutsu. It's martial combat. But we'll speak about it later. So it's close ranged. Another one is kenjutsu, that uses weapons, most of the time swords, and kunai, that is daggers. So they are melee ranged. Another one that is not really stuff about attacking or defending is fuinjutsu. And fuinjutsu is all about seals. Can be used for offense and defense, and again can be used for non-combat stuff. For example, sealing your clothes in a scroll, and that's about fuinjutsu. Now, thinking about Naruto, I can easily add all these stuff into a combat mechanic. For example, ninjutsus. Chakra can be a vital, and then it will deal an amount of damage. Genjutsu, I should say all of them, at least Genjutsu and Taijutsu, ninjutsu, both use chakra. And also fuinjutsu uses chakra. So if I'm going to do that, I will add something here called chakra. Then let's put stuff inside. If I'm speaking about ninjutsu, I will have damage amount and target vital. For example, a ninjutsu can only cost your enemy to lose some chakra, or even chakra and health, or etc. So I call it target vitals. Genjutsu, when I first thought about it, was a bit hard to implement. But when I thought about it more, I saw that it mostly affects enemies' skills. But sometimes it targets some vitals. Okay. For example, I can make a genjutsu and then cause the enemy to stumble for example, 2 seconds. That 2 seconds would give me enough time to cast another attack, any type of attack I want. As I said, taijutsu is not a really magic attack. If I want to put it here, I would put it right. Come on, not you, taijutsu. I would put it in combat system alone for itself. Kenjutsu is not again magic, but it's melee. So I will put it under melee. Fuinjutsu is not a combat system at all, or it can be combat system, but I would add it into the game mechanic itself. Now, Harry Potter. This gets ugly, mostly because I'm not that familiar with Harry Potter's universe. But I can say that there are dark magics there. There are daily magics that are not attacking or defending at all. Wait. Fuinjutsu, it's still magic, and it's still from Naruto. No, sorry. Hey. What did I done? Yeah, you go to Naruto. There we go. Because Fuinjutsu is a magic type. It's not a. It's not combat, you know. I may want to put it here. There we go. That's better. Okay. So, when we are about to speak about dark magic, most of the time you are targeting vitals of enemy. Sometimes not there. Sometimes you target mentality of your enemy. And there is one more category, and that's offensive and defensive, but these are not dark. Let's call it light. So most of the time when you are speaking about dark magic, as much as I know, you are not going for defense. You are almost always offensive, taking someone's for example health and add it to yourself, or mana or energy or whatever, or target its mentality and controls his behavior for yourself. And daily is not combat related. For example, you repair things. Okay. Another part of this that falls in both dark and light, but I will go for itself, is potions. Potions. Good. I hope so. I'm not good at spelling. You can yell at me. Anyway, something that now I remember, Fuinjutsu uses something called scrolls to put the seals on the scrolls. Okay. Now, I will speak about. I don't have anything to do with D&D anymore. Come on. There. Thank you. So, I will come back to skills and attributes in the next episode. Then I have a D&D book handy near myself on the next monitor. Sorry. Now, speaking about NPCs, there are two goals for NPCs. One, again, storytelling, and another for giving quests and rewards, and of course shops. Enemies are just there for combat, and player that you are doing all this stuff. What else? Ah, now I remember. Some of the Kenjutsus, not all of them, some of the Kenjutsus use chakra, but they are rare. And most of them uh, comes from fan fictions. In the base Naruto, I just saw chakra on swords for samurais. Ranged offense, you can defend with a bow, but really you don't need that. So most of the time you are targeting health when you are doing any kind of offense, okay? And of course you are using energy. Come on, energy. And the amount of both relates to your skills. Same thing happens here. So when you are doing defense, you're using energy and dependent on skills. Same here, using energy and dependent on skills. Now on magic stuff, targeting different vitals and using different come on, yeah, different vitals, but of course it's again is dependent on the skills. Same for defense. I will put offense and defense here. Now for buffing. And again, it targets different vitals, uses different vitals, and depends on some skills. For example, not every player can heal himself. You can have healers for that. And that's what I think about the base of game mechanics. Few things may come in my mind for next about quests or, as I said, skills. Nope, come on. Stay there. Okay. Skills and attributes are some things that I will need to address later, as I have no knowledge on top of my head about these two. So see you guys in next episode.